This is Tank's vlog for May 7th, 2018. It's official now. The Mets season is now officially a disaster. Not only did they finish off an 0-6 homestand, with Hansel Robles doing what Hansel Robles does best. I hit it, look how high he hit it! Look how high he hit it! It's going! It's going! It's gone! But now they've decided to put Jacob deGrom on the disabled list, calling it out of precaution. Bullshit! You know, if this was out of precaution, if this was really out of precaution, the Mets would have put Jacob deGrom on the disabled list Thursday. This way, they could have planned and made someone else start. Not P.J. Conlon. P.J. Conlon is getting lit up daily in the minors. He's got an ERA over 6. What do you think is going to happen when he faces major league hitters? He's going to get tattooed tomorrow. The Mets are going to get embarrassed in Cincinnati. Then you got Jason Vargas going on Tuesday. I mean, when Jason Vargas pitches, it reminds me of that old Bugs Bunny cartoon with the conga line. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding. The Mets might actually allow, and then considering what Great American Ballpark is, that ballpark, Vargas might give up 20 runs. Conlon's probably going to give up 10. And then, you know, Wheeler, you never know what happens at Wheeler. I'm predicting Wheels off. Mets going to get swept by the Cincinnati Reds. They'll be below 500 come Wednesday. You heard it here first. This is a disaster. They're not going to win 5 games in May. They're not going to win 5 games in May. Mickey Callaway's looking stupid every day. The lineup is terrible. Nobody's hitting. Thomas Nido does not belong anywhere near a Major League Stadium. They shouldn't even allow him to buy a ticket to the Major Leagues. And it all goes back to Sandy Alderson. It's all on him. You know, I understand the Will Ponder cheap. I understand that. I understand the Mets have a tight budget. But, you know, it's always been half-assed with the Mets. They start rebuilding, but they don't do it all the way. They half rebuild. They build a contender, but then they don't, because they don't get that final piece because they're too cheap. Like, I mean, how about getting a catcher? I mean, God almighty. And the Mets are making no effort to improve this catching position. I never thought I'd say this. I miss Travis d'Arnaud. And he's terrible. I mean, Jose Lobotomy. I mean, and Thomas Nido are incapable of doing anything, and they're not good enough defensively. I mean, my God. I mean, Thomas Nido is about as helpless at the plate as a little leaguer. I mean, heck, a 12-year-old might be able to get a base hit at least. And Jose Lobotomy, I mean, my God, what you're telling me in all the minor leagues, independent leagues, there's not a better option? Where the hell is Miguel Montero? Oh God, it's unwatchable. And then Ahmed Rosario is just terrible. He's terrible. And don't give me he's young. Don't give me he's going to learn plate discipline. Look, we looked at Albies last week for the Braves. Gleyber Torres is hitting walk-off home runs. And Ahmed Rosario has no power. He's a singles hitter and swings at everything, batting .239 with an on-base percentage of .250. There's no plate discipline. What is wrong with the Mets? What is wrong with them? I mean, Sandy Alderson, his draft picks are just terrible. 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 And they come up, even the ones that are supposed to be good, they come up, they're not ready to play. You look at the Braves, you look at the Cardinals, you look at the Dodgers. Rookie of the year after rookie of the year. Every of these rookies come up, they contribute right away, like Gleyber Torres. Domingo Germán today for the Yankees. 6 innings, no hit pitching. The Mets are calling up P.J. Conlon, who's going to give up probably about 6 runs in the first inning. I mean, who's picking these players? What is the Mets scouting department doing? And then the player development. They come up in the minors and they're not ready? Something is fundamentally wrong with the Mets' player development and coaching and scouting and everything. It's not bad enough they're cheap, but they're terrible at everything else. You know, even being cheap, you could build a team if you scout properly, if you develop players in minors. But the Mets are incapable of doing it. They're incompetent. Another lost season. And you know, Noah Syndergaard hasn't looked good at all lately. I mean, his pitches are flat. He says he's saving stuff for September. Yeah. Good luck with that. And DeGrom? You think he's only going to miss 1 start? No. Something happened. This isn't being precautions. The Mets lying again. And that's another thing that ticks me off. They always lie. Stop lying! I mean, Jonas Cespedes leaves the game with a hip issue, and then they say, no, it's his quad. Yeah, you know what? He's going to miss 2 weeks now. You watch. It's the same injury as last year. It's deja vu. Here we go again. Stop lying. Stop lying. For once in your life, stop lying. The truth is this. They said on Saturday night, DeGrom threw a bullpen session. He was fine. Sunday morning, they put him on the disabled list. Something happened. Something's wrong. DeGrom is hurt. Come next Monday, when they say he's going to start, you'll see. You'll see. And then when he's probably missing the rest of the season, then they'll fess up and they'll say, oh, well, you know. Shut the hell up. Stop lying. Stop treating us fans like garbage. I mean, it's like they don't want fans. It's like the Mets hate their fans. They're sitting out there in the skyboxes of Citi Field, Jeff and Fred Wilpon looking, saying, hey, look, the people look like ants out there. And they respond, yes, Jeff. Yes, they are ants. They are ants. As mentioned, the Yankees won today. Big comeback. Domingo Germán, 6-inning no-hitter, but, you know, pitch counts. They didn't want to risk it, so Dylan Betances comes in, stinks up the joint, and then the Yankees rally to win the game, and Gleyber Torres hits a walk-off 3-run homer off of Chad Allen, a good reliever, and the Yankees sweep the Indians. Well, what can I say? They're just so talented. They just do everything right. And the Mets just spin their wheels. Every year, they spin their wheels. You know, it's sometimes it's like God's a sadist. Us Met fans are masochists. And of course, God has to be a Yankee fan. Because there's just no other way about it. There's just no other way to describe it. It's just unreal. Unreal to torture. Us Met fans, it's like that scene in Full Metal Jacket. Oh yeah, that's a Met fan. Look at that 1,000-yard stare. That's just it. Cubs and Cardinals are battling late, so we won't be able to discuss that game. Blue Jays and Rays. Jays won 2-1. Giants beat the Braves 4-3, completing a 3-game sweep. It was the Nationals 5-4 winners over the Phillies. The Pirates blasted the Brewers 9-0. It was the Twins 5-3 winners over the White Sox. The Royals beat the Tigers 4-2 in a game where the teams wore Negro League uniforms. Kansas City likes doing that. They have the Monarchs. It's one of their better uniforms and the more known teams, and they have their Negro League Museum out there in Kansas City. We have the Rangers going down to the Red Sox 6-1. Good start for Chris Sale. Dodgers put Clayton Kershaw on the disabled list and lost 3-0 to the Padres. Dodgers have not had a good year so far, as the Padres win 2 of 3 in Mexico. A's beat the Orioles 2-1. Orioles continue to play just dreadful baseball, getting swept in Oakland. It was the Marlins beating the Reds 8-5. Don't worry, Cincinnati, you're going to get healthy. You're going to finally get your 10th win in the next 2 days. It was the Diamondbacks handing Justin Verlander his first loss since the trade to Houston. A 3-1 win in Arizona. And it was the Angels 8-2 winners in Seattle as Shohei Ohtani got booed for not choosing Seattle. Mike Trout hit a 3-run homer and Ohtani got the win. NBA in the West, it was the Warriors and Rockets moving closer to a meeting in the Western Conference Finals, both taking a 3-1 lead on the series lead on the road, with the Warriors beating the Pelicans 118-92, a game that wasn't close ever, and the same was true for the Rockets, who shot down the Jazz 187. Both have 3-1 leads, now heading home for Game 5. NHL 2 series came to an end, so we know half of the Final Four in the NHL. First in the East, it was the Tampa Bay Lightning, eliminating the Bruins 3-1. Bruins scored first, but the Lightning scored a goal twice in the second and once in the third. An empty net goal by Anton Strawman to clinch that game, as Andre Vasilevsky kept the Bruins at bay all day long in a 3-1 win. And the Vegas Golden Knights, that expansion team, everyone's on the bandwagon. They did it again. They won another big game, 3-0, sweeping, taking 4 out of 6 to the Sharks, 4-2, winning Game 6 in San Jose, as Marc-Andre Fleury stopped 28 shots. It's his 4th shutout of the playoffs. Right now, Marc-Andre Fleury is the proverbial hot goalie, and they'll await the winner of the Jets and Predators. And right now, with a hot goalie, you never know what can happen. Can the Vegas Golden Knights actually win the Stanley Cup? Ooh, wow, that would be amazing. Today's 3 stars are Marc-Andre Fleury with his 28-save shutout, Domingo Germán, who pitched 6 innings of no-hit baseball with 9 strikeouts in his first career start, and Kevin Durant with 38 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, as the Warriors clubbed the Pelicans. Today's birthday shutout goes to Alex Smith, the underappreciated quarterback who was traded by the Chiefs to the Redskins this season. So maybe he can help lift the Redskins, make them a better team. And we take a look back 30 years ago to the last Philly to win the Kentucky Derby, winning colors. So check out the full story at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. Oh, God help the Mets. Good day.